Now, they say that to fight the crisis, well, you need good ideas. And 2009 was the most difficult year for the market, and Azimut had at least 8 interesting intuitions, all transformed into an equal number of boats, one of these being the Azimut 40S. It's the entry model for the S range, the sporting one, as much in terms of performance as in image. It's 12 meters long and 4 meters wide, but with these lengthened windows and the impetus of some of the special architectonic elements, it seems longer than its real dimensions. And that's all down to Stefano Righini. As is happening in the automotive world, where the same time frame and the same mechanics are used on more vehicles to reduce the design costs but also production, similarly, Azimut has realized 2 models along these lines, using the same bottom, the same interior furnishings. And so, Azimut 40S has a twin sister, and her name is the 38. And it distinguishes itself from this model only in terms of the presence of a flying bridge, an upper deck. The entire bow surface is exploited by a large sun deck. It's very slanted to give volume to the legal below decks, but it's pleasant to use. I would have perhaps added a handrail along this edge here so that you can use the sun deck while sailing too with greater safety. The entire route to reach the bow is protected except for the handrail, even from a gunwale which even develops here in the peak. It's very rare to find it in this position, but it's certainly useful to avoid slipping overboard. The pulpit, slanting forward, allows you to control the anchor way better. Here in the stern, there's a rather wide sofa which lengthens with these 2 breakfast bars which allow you to increase the seating space. And in the center, you can move the dining table to the saloon so as to remain outside for lunch. In the same area, here you can add an extension and a cushion and transform it into a sun deck. For the bathroom, though, there's a seriously large stern bridge which can be used to hold the tender. Moreover, it can go underwater without any problems, and therefore the launching and towing become extremely easy. The full-length opening French window is a fundamental solution to put interiors in communication with the exteriors, and in this way the cockpit widens towards the saloon and vice versa. An important solution on a 40-footer to increase the sense of space. The boat has a very youthful feel to it, its profile, in the furnishings, and in the wish to always be in contact with the outside world, as these large windows developed on the entire perimeter reveal an overall surface of 5 square meters, to which can be added the windows recovered in the Webasto roof, which can be opened, and which has a surface of 190 by 185 centimeters. The chromatic contrast between the dark chocolate wood and the champagne upholstery paints the interior decoration equal to the shapes of the furniture designed by Carlo Gagliazzi, which are certainly very beautiful, but above all, practical and functional. The dinette table can be extended to seat 6, and under the sofa, there's an extractable bed for the 5th guest. A useful lifeline, and you go down to the galley, slightly out of the way from the perfectly organized saloon. The pantry below the flooring, many storage areas, and then a complete cover in stainless steel. You can choose whether to cook on the pyroceram hobs or to heat the food in the microwave, and you can still choose whether to have a standard 130-litre or 190-litre fridge.
Andiamo adesso a vedere la zona notte del
Now let's go and take a look at the sleeping quarters. I'd like to invite you to choose with me which could be the owner's cabin.
Questa è la cabina di prua ed ha tutte le caratteristiche.
This is the bow cabin, and it has all the characteristics to be defined as the owner's, especially a bathroom with direct and reserved access. The interior height is 1.96 meters. There's plenty of space for the bags under the bed, and then there are lockers here recovered a bit all over the place, as well as 2 wardrobes with drawers and a mirror inside.
Questa seconda cabina si trova a...
The second cabin is in the center of the boat, where you can feel the motion of the boat a little bit less. The beds are comfortable because they are 190 by 70 centimeters. And there's space for the wardrobe, even though it's a wee bit pondered. But above all, there's a spectacular view over the outside, thanks to this large window, which I wouldn't give up. In short, by definition, the owner's cabin